Hey guys, what's going on? It's Big Head Crypto here, and well, yesterday I took a day off, so I'm going to try and throw in a few different videos in today. I did record them all earlier, but the mic was off. So any of you YouTubers out there or new YouTubers out there, always check your audio settings after you've recorded. Anyway, right, let's get into it. Today's video is going to be about the core number compounding strategy that I use, okay? That is devised by the Oracle, and I'm going to show you how I use it with the Crypto.com app. But also, more specifically, I'm going to go into this in a bit more detail, the changes that have been happening with Crypto.com in general. Now, I know a lot of you have been notified about some of the changes, like the staking requirements and such, and I'm going to go into those requirements in a bit more detail, as well as why I think it's happened and, you know, what's the future for Crypto.com for me anyway, right? Now, let's go into the disclaimer before we get started. Obviously, guys, this is not financial advice. This is just my own personal thoughts, opinions, and experiences. Anything that I go into in the crypto space is, of course, of my own risk that I take because I've undergone my own due diligence and my own research, and so should you. Okay, be responsible for your own crypto. Now, Crypto.com, okay, or the core number compounding strategy, to be more specific, right? As some of you can see, if you have been following my journey so far, my numbers have changed, okay? I've actually upped my core number to 10,000 on each Ethereum and Bitcoin, meaning my main core number is now 20K. And the reason why I've done that is because, well, I've made some great profits just on core number compounding alone this week. And if any of you guys are coring, you would have all scraped off some really nice profits there, which is nice. But it's also because I've made some profits elsewhere as well, and I wanted to invest some of that back into this. Now, first of all, what is the core number compounding strategy? It was devised by the Oracle, okay, and he uses it with crypto, but also more specifically with stocks as well, which works also a treat. Go and check out the Oracle for those ones. He has got his own playlists and stuff, as well as check out Nobody Crypto, Crypto Dice, and some of the others in the space that do amazing videos on this. So for me, I've been doing the core number compounding with Crypto.com, and the reason really I've been doing that is because, well, the majority of my spending is being done through this card. And for the reasons of that I've discussed in the past, you know, the 3% cashback, the free Netflix, Spotify, travel lounges, all that kind of stuff, right? And I wanted to try core number compounding here because, well, I wanted to keep it as an ecosystem, meaning anything that I scrape off the top for these two is going to go into my fiat wallet, and then that is going to then top up my MCO Visa card, which I'm going to actually show you how to do as well in today's video, just because I don't think I've covered that here. But the whole point is that this is its own ecosystem now. Before, I used to do core number compounding on Coinbase Pro, which also worked very, very well, had very low fees. However, to then cash it out, I'd send it to Coinbase, then I'd have to cash it out and send it to my bank account, and that could take a while and all that kind of stuff. So this has made my life a hell of a lot easier, okay? Now, what is core number compounding? I have got a playlist now. I've put all my core number videos on, so check that out in the top right corner of your screen. But in short, you have a core number, okay? And you're going to split that core number between two different coins, preferably Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? Forget all the other shit coins. Now, for now, ignore the fact that I've got CRO up here, just because to get the actual MCO card, you need to stake regardless, okay? So I disregard this completely. So if your core number is, let's say 1,000, or in my case, it's 10,000 on each, right? 20K in total. That is the core number that you want to settle on, okay? You have a core number that you find works best for you, okay? It could be $1,000, $5,000, it could be whatever. If you do a couple of £100 here and there, it's gonna take you a long time to see any results. Obviously, the more you do have in this, the better and more profitable it will be. Now, the idea is you'll stick to a 4 to 5% change. So for example, if I have a 4 to 5% change on my core number, so let's say Ethereum and Bitcoin both go up together and they're about 500 up on each one, I'm going to sell £500 off of Ethereum and £500 off of Bitcoin, and that's going to go into my fiat wallet, okay? And equally, if there's a dump of $500 of each, okay, then I'm going to top it up. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, doesn't that defeat the purpose? No, because what I'm doing is I'm buying these coins at a discount, if I am buying back in, and then I'm selling them at a bigger profit. And, you know, some of you say, well, that's buy low, sell high. It isn't, okay? Buy low, sell high, you have no structure to it whatsoever, okay? You don't know where the lows are going to be, you don't know where the highs are going to be, so essentially that's just guessing, all right? Guess trading, and we don't like guess trading, all right? It's all speculation and everything else. So with this, you get your core number, which is your basically your anchor point that you can stick to and wait to go over or wait to go under. Now, actually, because my values have increased somewhat, I'm actually going to change my strategy. So I'm going to probably wait for a couple of £100. So 100 to a couple of £100 over to scrape off and about 300 to 400 quid below to add to. Okay, just because I've got a bigger range of profit making potentials here. Okay, but I'll update you on that as the weeks go by now. Okay, because obviously it's a new number now. I want to kind of start afresh and show you guys from this point in how that's going to work. But that's essentially core number compounding, guys. It does work very, very well. It's a low risk strategy that you can use with crypto, and obviously it works great in a bull market. It can and does work in a sideways market, but if you start to see a bear market happen, then of course your strategies might want to change, whether it be just let it sit there and start with a new core number, or pull it out, sell it into Tether, or do whatever you want. Okay, but the idea is that when this is working, it works brilliantly and beautifully. Do keep it separate. Do have two coins here. Don't just think, oh, Bitcoin's going up now, I'm just going to sell everything on Ethereum and just do Bitcoin. That's not going to work. Okay, because you want to work on the volatility of the two. You want to take advantage of it. We know crypto is volatile as hell, so you want to make sure that you're taking advantage fully on that. Now, let's say, you know, for me, you know, when I'm doing that and I'm topping up my fiat wallet as time goes by and I start to see my Visa card is running low, I'm going to click my Visa card. I'm going to click top up, top right there, and I'm going to click to top up from my fiat wallet. So let's say I want to top up 500 quid, type it in there, press top up, confirm, passcodes obviously. And there it is. It's as simple as that. And that will now update itself. And there we go. You can see it's actually done there. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this and specifying why I'm using core number compounding on the crypto.com and only is because of this reason. Now, let me get the website that I don't like to be on because, well, it just doesn't make me money. But this is the crypto.com coin. Okay. And as you can see from this chart, it's taken a wild dump. And I did get phone calls from, you know, family members and stuff like that that have called me up and saying, well, God, I got in when it was, you know, I don't know, 16 cents or whatever, and it's now dumped. What shall I do? And, well, bloody nothing. Okay. Because again, you know, yes, I know if you type in crypto.com in YouTube, you're going to see every other numpty under the sun that's trying to basically get you to sign up using their link, so that they can make, you know, 10, 15 referrals a day, right? And they tell you how great the app is and how amazing it is to do the earn features and the staking and, you know, the, I can't even remember what it's called now, where you buy your crypto half price on separate things if you stake a certain amount. All these different things that you can do to make passive income crypto.com. However, those ways of doing it is very slow for me. I don't really bother with those at all. I only stake because I have to on this card. The reason why I use the crypto.com, the app, and of course the card is because, like I said, I like to keep it all in-house, but it's predominantly, right, for my core number compounding. Now, I staked originally, I think it was, I got in at about 15 cents whenever it was, right? And it's now down at, what, 10 cents, right? Just over 10 cents. So my 1500 has become about $1,000, let's say. I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because I've made that and more just using core number compounding in itself. So even if this does dip all the way down and it goes to whatever, I'm not really focused on that because of the strategy that I'm using. I'm not using this for all the other ways that other people like to promote. I'm using it with the core number compounding, and I'm going to make a hell of a lot more money than the depreciation on this coin. So, you know, that is something that I wanted to first mention. But of course, there have been some changes as well, okay? And one of the changes has been, I did mention it on a previous video, is as of the beginning of November, the referral reward that you'll get by using my link, for example, at the moment is $50, but from the beginning of November, it's going to change to $25. So right now, if you were to use my link, me and yourself will both receive free $50. If you wait till November, then it's going to be $25. So that was the first change. But then they also sent out an email, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago, about the staking requirements have changed, right? And this is really interesting. And at first I thought, oh, you bastards, right? And you know what, let's just kind of read this, right? So from the 2nd of November, staking requirements will be updated as follows. And I'm going to go over these numbers in a bit. Important to note, card holders who maintain their current CRO card stake will continue to enjoy the benefits associated with their card. So this is good to know. If you have a card ready and you've gone in with the Jade Green, for example, 10,000 CRO, you will not be required to upgrade and add 15,000 CRO just to continue to benefit from their card. You can just stick on the same plan, which is great. All right, I'm glad they're not doing everyone over. Now, second point is though, but their new staking requirements will apply should the card holder A or 1 upgrade, or 2 unstake and restake. So for me, for example, I'm the Jade Green. If I decided to upgrade, it would make a lot more sense to upgrade now before the 2nd of November when the staking requirement increases. And finally here it says free card upgrade fees are waived for all card holders globally from basically yesterday to the 2nd of November. So that's cool as well, because I think the fees to upgrade was about $50, something like that. Now you can see here, guys, these are the 5 cards that you can get, and currently you can see obviously this is the free one. To get the Ruby you have to stake 1,000 CRO, the Jade Green or the Indigo is 10,000, and so on, right? All of this is going to change to those new numbers. So in fact, actually, let me get my chart up, that'll be a bit easier. Right, so I did this earlier on, so you can see this row is going to be all about staking from now up until the 2nd of November, and this is all the new stakes, right? All the new staking requirements. So forget the blue, because the blue is a bit of a nonsense, to be honest. I wouldn't bother. But with the Ruby, bearing in mind if we're taking into account CROs around 10 cents, right now to get the Ruby card, all you need to put down is about $100. From the 2nd of November, it's going to change to $250. With the Jade Indigo, it's going to go from $1,000, which is the one that I'm currently on, to $2,500 once that change happens. And then for the gold and white, and then of course for the obsidian, right? 10,000 to 25,000, and then 100 to 250,000. So it's very important to note this, right? If you are sitting on the fence and you're thinking, you know what, I do want to get into the crypto.com because I want to try the core number compounding with it, or I just like the idea of having a crypto card, or whatever it is, now is the time to get that card before the 2nd of November. Why? Because A, you'll get a free $50 reward for using my link, and B, more importantly, the amount to stake is going to be a lot less. All right, it will be a lot less. So if you are thinking about it, now's the time to do it before they increase these. For me, I'm actually thinking about going up to the Frosted Rose or the Icy White and putting in, what is it? Right now it's going to cost 10,000 to stake. I'm going to have to stake 10,000 to get that. If I wait till after November the 2nd, I'm going to have to put in 25,000. So it makes a lot more sense for me to upgrade before then, right? So that's something to think about. I still haven't decided on that. I will update you guys on the next video that I do on the core number compounding. But yeah, it's just really important to note, guys. So why have they done this? Why is all this stuff kind of happening? Well, mainly because I think, again, this is just my own speculation, but because obviously there's been a massive dump here that they've seen, and they want to push the price back up, okay? And one way of pushing the price back up isn't by just purely increasing the amount that there is to stake. What it's going to do now is anyone that's in this already and that wants to upgrade, like myself, I'm going to be pushed to upgrade my stake to the $10,000 level now. So I'm going to have to buy a lot more CRO right now to take advantage of that before it increases. Or anyone that's not in this is going to be buying CRO, of course, to stake now before those prices go up. So this is going to effectively, what I believe they're thinking, is to push up their prices of the CRO coin. I could be right, I could be wrong. I have no idea. I don't really tend to think about crypto in that much detail, but that's just kind of like a theory. Now, a buddy of mine was saying, you know, are these guys going to just disappear on us? Very, very, very unlikely, in my opinion. Right, never say never, but very unlikely. I mean, first of all, just buying the domain crypto.com cost them millions, and they've got a very good platform. They've got a very useful, full working platform that allows you to do so many things on their app. Okay, it allows you to do so many things on their online exchanges. They've got a great site. They've got, I don't know, I think it would be a bit stupid for them to do anything untoward. And I really do think that this is a wise move on their point in terms of giving everyone the chance to be able to upgrade now before they make these changes, or of course even get started before they make these changes, because at the end of the day we get to get it in a discount, although we'd rather these not increase, but two, it's going to put up the price of their coin, right? That's the idea. The other thing is, don't forget, I mean, before I got into this, before CRO was actually CRO, I think it was MCO, Monaco coin or whatever it was, and to get the Ruby card, then was about $250 anyway, which is now $100, and it's going to go back up to $250. So really, it's kind of like for like on how it was then, right? That's another thing to point out. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'm just talking at my ass. But I just wanted to bring it up to you because at the end of the day, this is some, you know, new news when it comes to crypto.com. It's fair for, you know, me, if I'm going to be talking about, really all I care about is the coin number compounding, as I've just said. But because I'm talking about the crypto.com app, I want you guys to be aware of what the changes are and what my thoughts on it. So again, just to finish off, I couldn't really care, you know, really about the whole CRO price going up or down. And really, you know, I don't really care about this too much. If I am going to upgrade, I'll probably upgrade one more time and that's it. And, you know, that's yet to be decided. But for me, I'm using this purely for core number compounding, which I've already made my money back and more just by using this strategy to the money that I've actually lost in depreciation from having the CRO there in the first place, right? So, you know, there's that as well. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there with this one because there's nothing really else for me to say. If you've got any other questions, please do write them down in the comments below. Also, don't forget, I've got my Telegram group as well. That's in my links in my link tree, so don't forget to go and check that out, as well as all the other platforms and stuff that I'm in. And yeah, guys, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.